Well, hello, my YouTube friends. Today I'm at Exeter Public Cemetery, a small cemetery in the farming community of Exeter, California, not far from Visalia. The staff was so helpful. They gave me a small map and directed me to exactly where I could find the final resting place of Army Specialist Daniel Paul Unger, a man of great courage and valor, a young man. You can see here he's had some visitors, 2 quarters and a dime. If you know what the quarters mean, I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 cent. Daniel Paul Unger was killed in Iraq in a mortar attack while he was protecting and helping to protect some local civilians that worked at the forward operating base. And when the mortar attack started, they were startled and didn't really know what to do. He directed the civilians to shelter, to a bunker. But while he was doing so, saving other people's lives, he was hit by shrapnel and received a fatal wound. A young man helping to save others. And these cemeteries are so full of valor and sadness. You'll note next door, or resting very next to him, these 3 angels right here. Kylie, September 22nd, 2007. Hunter, September 22nd, 2007. And Austin, September 22nd, 2007. 3 angels. I don't even know what happened here, but it's valor and sadness. It seems like they always go together. All right, my friends, give me a minute and we'll talk a little bit more about Daniel Paul Unger. So hold on. All right, my friends, so a little Google search. Wow, Daniel, he was quite the young man. By age 16, he was already a licensed minister, and he would work at times with Ron Clymer, the then senior chaplain for Fresno County Probation Department's Juvenile Division, and he would minister to at-risk youth, presumably the youth. I don't know if he went to the adult jail, since he worked with the chaplain of the Juvenile Division, and he was a young kid himself, but already doing that, by age 16, he was a 4th degree black belt. No doubt had been training that, the better part of his life. Did I mention he was born in Mesquite, Texas? He's the son of a Baptist minister. His dad, Mark Unger, was a chaplain in the Army. So after he finished his basic training, and National Guard units at this time were relieving some regular Army units overseas in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and he was at a forward operating base Kalsu near Iskandaria, Iraq, wherever that is, I don't know. So the forward operating base came under attack. Now, I don't know if it was mortars or RPGs, because I saw one report that like a couple days prior to his injury, there was an RPG attack, and the quick reaction force that he was attached to, they went out and neutralized some insurgents. So maybe some other ones came back the next day, but while on the fateful day, while he was on guard duty and guarding, there were some civilians on the base. And so now, I don't know if they were mortars or RPGs, but when they began hitting like all the guardsmen, they knew what to do. They ran for the bunkers. Okay, right? They hot-footed it for the bunkers. But the civilians, right, they hadn't been taught and trained, hey, do this when this happens. And so they were like apparently at a loss, didn't know like where to go, what to do. Mark did not just leave them where they were, leave them standing or leave them exposed. He went and got them. I'm sure he yelled at them, get over here, or directed them to the bunkers, helped them get into safety, putting his own life at risk. It was at this time, while he was doing that, saving these other Iraqi civilians, that he was struck by shrapnel and received a mortal wound. And well, that's was a horrible thing. And so but he gave his life helping others, which is what he wanted to do. I mean, he, like I said, he wanted to be of service to other people his whole life, even ministering to at-risk youth. So it's war is a very sad thing and a thing to be avoided. So I just want my audience to hear another story of a young man so that he be not forgotten, and that we can all remember where our freedoms come from, and remember that they are purchased with the lives of young men. So we never take our freedoms for granted. Also, check the description. There will be a link to one or maybe two other videos about Mark Unger. So, all right, my friends, you have a good day.